the 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Suns out in Phoenix. For Phoenix, they lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. For a few seasons now, we've seen the Raptors find a lot of success in the regular season, but they really have trouble making a postseason run. Why is that, Jet?
Well, they rely a lot on their perimeter players, and that could be dangerous because sometimes, perimeter shots can be off. And then they really don't have a defensive stopper, Ernie.
We all know they play the up-tempo game, Ernie, but when it slows down in the postseason, it's harder for them to adjust. Until they learn how to adjust, they're always going to lose in the first or second round.
And now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan. Tip-off approaching. Thanks for joining.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche Latina in the NBA. An annual tradition celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Looking at the last game for the Phoenix Suns, it was a win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. And that result, guys, was a real shocker. It was just about as complete a dominant performance as we've seen them.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. DeRozan at the 2 with Ross playing the 3. Then there's Bell. Then it's Jordan. And it's Tinsley in at the 4 spot. Bell dishes to Jordan. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
For Toronto, they come in off the loss to Golden State.
Yeah, they just really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game. You could just see they were pressing. Just couldn't get anything to go on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and guys, once they got spiraling downward, there seemed to be no way to get out of it. All their offense went to pot.
Phoenix with the ball. Knight kicks to Booker. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Booker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Phoenix on defense. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
And it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. I mean, a lot of questionable, poor decisions by them with the ball. And when that happens, you can get blasted.
So he gets them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Suns have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Knight into the lane. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Warren, good. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Bell with it. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in Oakland. And even 3-on-3 break. Knight kicks to Morris. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Knight against Bell. Ross with a wide open look. They grab their own miss.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
No good from Booker.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
He showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
Raptors trail by 4. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And Bell kicks to Tinsley. Trying to find Ross and gets it to him. That's in there. Tinsley with the assist.
Assist goes to Tinsley.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Knight wide open. Off target from outside. The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I briefly spoke with Jeff Hornacek. Though they lost the first meeting against this team this year, coach isn't worried about what they can do on the offensive side of things, saying, we dropped the first one, but I still think we can put up a lot of points on this team and get a win. We just need to make sure the ball is moving. Not as easy as it sounds, though, always, guys.
Wonderful stuff, Doris. Thanks. The early game plan centered around their offense, it sounds like.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's the right approach for this game. I mean, if they can get off to a good start offensively, everything else should come together.
Well, what happens if they don't get off to a fast start? I mean, they'll be scrambling looking for answers. We'll see if that approach works for them.
Here is Knight following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Morris, no good.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Three-pointer, Bell. Raptors get it back. Jordan the pass to Bell. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Bell's got his second basket. Suns trail by 4. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first quarter.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
And the wide open shot from Morris. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And
it's simple. You throw it down inside.
Well, Phoenix shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. Bell in at point guard. Jordan is out there with Hill. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Joseph in at the 2. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Markieff Morris.
Here is Knight. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And equally as impressive, the playmaking. Just sensational. The way he was seeing the court and making the game easy for his teammates.
Here is Bell after Eric Bledsoe's score. Dishes to Joseph. Pick up by Hill. Passes to Bell. Shot clock at 6. Can't get it to go. Phoenix leading by 4. Knight dishes to Bledsoe. And it's blocked by Jordan. For 3, Bell. The shot is off. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Here's Knight. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Knight's got his first points of the night.
And I like how he puts himself in position there.
Feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Well, we don't think of point guards as rebounders necessarily, but here are the ones that have corralled the most boards in the last month of the NBA. Eric Bledsoe, 4th.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
Absolutely. I mean, that's no coincidence. The ability to have an impact everywhere on the floor, not just on the perimeter. I think that's what separates a lot of the great point guards from the good ones.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for Henry Sims. Warren comes in for Butler. And it's Booker in for Eric Bledsoe. Now, here's Knight. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Now, here is Bell. After Markieff Morris's miss. And Bell kicks to Hill. Chandler with the rebound. Suns leading by 4. Here's Booker. Finished off the break. Booker's got 5 points so far.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Now, here is Bell. Right now, he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. Good. He has 6.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors was just phenomenal. He dropped a cool 33 points, and the basket must have looked like an ocean to him as he nailed 3 after 3. His coach said that this was just the kind of game they needed from him as they make their postseason push. Every contribution helps, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that win.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
Now here's Booker. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Knight into the lane. It's hauled in here by Tinsley. The Raptors have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Bell against Knight. Bell up on top. 6 points for him. From about 19 feet. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Knight kicks to Morris. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And Brandon Knight the bucket on the assist by Ward. Knight's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Ross, that's good.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
All right, Phoenix, keep it going for your son's answer.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
During that break, Dwayne Casey.
A dominating first half of basketball. And so
I'm alongside Coach Casey, and Coach, you guys are getting torched.
Come on now, guys. We can get back into this game and take these fans out of it. Let's go through that first half. The score is like it is because of the percentage they shot against us. Let's step up our D, close down their shooters, and get those hands up. And kudos to you guys for coming off the bench and giving us some serious offense. You know who you are. Okay, that's it. I'm expecting a whole lot out of you guys in the next 2 quarters. This isn't a game I'm anywhere close to giving up on, and neither should you.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. Eric Bledsoe has been exceptional here, guys.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
Guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
They've got Warren. Booker out there with Brandon Knight. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Chandler in at the 5. That's who's out there for Phoenix. DeRozan passes to Bell. Out of bounds. Phoenix will... take possession.
And a chance to check out the numbers for DeRozan. Right around 21 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club. There's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
It just... hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Warren dishes to Knight. Out to the right wing. Launches a 3. Chandler kicks to Booker. Another shot. Connects. The jumper drops. Booker's got 7 points in the game.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Ross, that's good.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Knight passes to Chandler. Good on the shot. Chandler's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Bell. Booker pulls it in.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Knight dishes to Morris. Warren kicks to Chandler. Booker in the corner. Knocks down the 3-ball. 10 points for him.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing. All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give them any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouls.
Corey Joseph's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Pass to Knight. Doubled by Bell. Knight with it. Picked up by Joseph. Here's Warren. They get it back. Slammed home, and he draws the